Well, here's a question I got recently from a retiree, and that was Nolan, can I live solely on the investment income in retirement with ever not touching my principal? And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the answers that might surprise you. And my goal is really to help you get more comfortable in spending and retirement time. First, let me ask a question to you directly. Can you live solely on investment income without touching principal? Most people who want to live on investment income only are operating from kind of a place of fear, if you will. They think that if I touch my principal, I'm going to run out of money. And, the fear of running out of money is probably one of the biggest concerns for a retiree today. But if you refuse to touch your principal, you're actually making retirement harder, in my opinion, than it has to be, and then ultimately more expensive than it needs to be. Think about it this way. If you're generating $70,000 a year of income from dividends and interest alone without ever touching your principal, you're going to need somewhere between $1.5 and $2 million saved up to generate that level of income. And that's a big number that not all retirees have today. And what if I told you there's a better way, a way that may be actually safer, more tax efficient, and requires less capital and money saved up front? And that's what we're going to cover today. Let's start with the basics and what the financial instrument you use today can make the difference on how you create that income. Those income producing assets really kind of fall into four categories. First of all, what you'd have is things that provide guaranteed or protected income. They might include things like FDIC insured bank CDs. It could be insurance products like fixed annuities that offer multi-year fixed rates. It could be indexed annuities that offer income riders. You could select an immediate annuity that paid money for either a lifetime, a joint lifetime, or for a set period of time. And sometimes you can have deferred annuities that you know what that payment's going to be regardless of what happens in the future at some point as well. Think of these as your personal income plan. So when you have a personal income plan, that is going to give you predictable amount of money each and every month for a set period of time. That money can last either the rest of your lifetime or whatever time frame that you set up, regardless of what the stock market does. The second way to generate income in retirement time is to create a bond or a bond ladder. That can include things like government bonds. It could include corporate bonds, treasuries. These are going to create predictable, they typically have lower risk income that if held to maturity, you can control what the schedule of those maturities are and building out predictable income that comes in the future. Third, you can focus on dividend-paying stocks. And again, we're talking blue-chip dividend-paying companies, utilities, companies that are known as dividend aristocrats. Those funds typically pay you income either monthly or quarterly. And they also, because of the fact that they're stocks, they give you somewhat growth potential to fight off inflation in the long run. And the fourth way to generate income in retirement time is to look at alternative income strategies. They could include things like what's called a covered call strategy. You could have a real estate investment trust. You could have a buffered income note or ETF. But the key that I think in looking at these four different areas to generate income in retirement time is a smart retirement income plan doesn't rely solely on just one of these categories. It usually involves several or all of them that are strategically put together to make it the overall plan. From our office, it's what we call the independent income system. And ultimately what you're doing is you're getting multiple income streams from multiple sources, part guaranteed, part dividends, part interest, part systematic withdrawals. That diversification can help you actually reduce your risk, not just avoiding your principal. The next question that you look at is, do I have to take on higher risk to generate enough income? And the answer is no, if you build out your plan accordingly. And here's what I see people sometimes getting caught and getting into trouble, and that's chasing yield. There are investments that are out there. I'll give you an example. One are called high-yield bonds. And high-yield bonds in the good old days used to be called junk bonds, but they don't like that name anymore. and they pay a higher yield because they don't carry as high of quality credit as some of the other bonds that pay a little bit lower yield. I also see alternative investments, whether that's advertisements that you see on social media, maybe an advisor recommended to you, things that are not traded on publicly market exchanges. Those private investments, the ones that taunt that 8 to 10 to 11% return, you think, perfect, there's my income. But those high yields that you get from those alternatives or some of the high yield bonds out there, they can come with higher volatility, sometimes less liquidity, and ultimately higher risk. And so when interest rates change or markets drop, those high income producing investment assets can drop and in some cases collapse. So you've got to be really careful about understanding the underlying investment that you own. A properly designed strategy doesn't chase yield. Instead, it balances against some safety with having, guaranteed or protected income. You get that ability to have some growth, through equities to fight off long-term inflation, and you have flexibility through multiple withdrawal sequences. You're not relying upon, one or two or three high-risk investments that are designed to carry a lot of your retirement. Some of those things can be, illiquid investments. And I think it was Warren Buffett who had said the phrase that you don't find out who's swimming naked till the, water goes out to the ocean. And that really is kind of the same scenario here. Those investments that seem really attractive, they work well until they don't when the market and the economy stumbles. So you don't want to get into that situation and find out too late after the fact. So let's talk about the fact, is it really bad to dip into your principal? And I would think absolutely not. I'm going to say that, you can have the goal of not touching your principal. You can have the goal of trying to spend your profits, not your principal. And I think that's good, but I think it's okay that, if your desire is to spend the money that you saved for the last 30 or 40 years, you can use it to fund your retirement. It's okay. Strategic withdrawals can make your plan more sustainable, not less. Studies show that a properly structured withdrawal rate and a plan that you review on an ongoing basis can help you. Using your principal can help reduce the strain that you have. It allows you to spend more money now while you can enjoy lifestyle. Refusing to touch your principal and hoarding it and hoarding your wealth instead of enjoying retirement time for what you've worked a lifetime to accumulate. Don't tie your hands and be afraid to spend what some of you've saved. The better approach in putting this all together is developing, again, a safe income plan, a strategic withdrawal plan, a modern plan that looks like covering the needs that you have with reliable sources, giving yourself some assets that you have the ability to have some growth inside of the portfolio. So if you're worried about spending and you're not sure how to build out that spending plan, building retirement income plans is what we do every day here at America's Retirement Headquarters. We can help you put together a retirement income spending strategy for you. We have shown people for over the past 30 years stress-tested plans that can survive throughout market downturns, tax increases, and all of the scenarios that come up. If you want a little bit of peace of mind and you want to have a little less stress, more income in retirement time, and figure out how to map out that plan, go over to our website. It's ARHQ.com, and let's have a conversation about income investing in retirement time simply by clicking on having a consultation with us.